Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my team selection and any transfers that I'm thinking of making for Game Week 16. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what transfers are you making for your Game Week 16 team, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, I am on the back of my 5th consecutive red arrow, down to 63k. I mean, the rank still isn't that bad, but when I was in and around like 10-15k for, I guess, the majority of the season, it does hurt to go all the way down to 63k. I really wanted to go into the World Cup on a big, nice, juicy green arrow, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. Very unlucky last week. I've got problems to deal with this week. Let's go into my team. So, starting off in goal, we do have Guaita. Forest away. I mean, I don't know, because Crystal Palace, quite bad away. I think Forest will score at home, but at the same time, they did just beat West Ham away. I don't know, that Crystal Palace game could honestly go either way. As a Forest fan, I want us to win. As a Guaita owner, I need him to, like, keep a clean sheet or save a penalty or something. If we win 1-0, but, you know, Johnson misses a penalty, perfect. I'd absolutely love that. That would be the perfect scenario. But Guaita is in goal at Forest away. I don't know what to expect. Like I did say in my last video that I wasn't expecting a clean sheet from Crystal Palace or Forest. And I'm still kind of on that level, but we'll see what happens. But either way, Guaita is my goalkeeper for Game Week 16. The last game week that I'm going to own him as well, because I will be getting rid of him for the World Cup. The back line consists of Trippier at home to Chelsea, Cancelo at home to Brentford, and then Van Dijk at home to Southampton. So a couple of things to go over here. So Trippier did say that he felt something in his hamstring, but he was like okay to carry on. He did come off early in the second half on like the 79th minute or something. I'm not sure if that was because of his hamstring or just because they were like 3-4-0 up or whatever. But I'm expecting him to be fine. We'll obviously get Carabao Cup quotes and stuff like midweek, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, Chelsea at home, I think that's an absolutely fine fixture. Chelsea don't look good at the moment. Newcastle are pushing to win the Prem. I mean, they're third now. They're trying to get those Champions League places, but they look really, really good. They're scoring 4-5 goals in like every single game. Yeah, really, really nice option to keep. Cancelo at home to Brentford. Again, did pick up a red card in the last game against Fulham, but because red cards work a little bit differently to yellow cards, red cards count for like Carabao Cup and stuff. As well as that, it's not a 3-match ban because it wasn't violent conduct. It was a last man kind of foul, so that's why he got sent off. So it's only a 1-match ban, and it gets served in the Carabao Cup. So Cancelo is fine for Brentford at home. Again, Pep might not play him, but he probably will. You know, he needs to win the points. Brentford at home is a really nice fixture. Tony is back, potentially. Obviously with the whole gambling thing going on, but yeah, Cancelo at home to Brentford, definitely playing him. And then also Van Dijk at home to Southampton. I really, really need them to keep this clean sheet. I mean, Southampton have just sacked their manager. They're not doing very well at all, and Liverpool looked pretty good against Spurs. So hopefully Van Dijk can finally get me a clean sheet. I brought him in on like the West Ham game, which he got me a clean sheet for the West Ham game, and then he had like Forest and Leeds, which I was expecting clean sheets. Didn't get one in those. I wasn't expecting one in Spurs, but now I'm really expecting one in Southampton, so I really hope he comes through. And if he could score a goal as well at the same time, I would be absolutely over the moon. But anyway, that's the back line. The midfield consists of Almiron, who's got Chelsea at home, Rashford, who's got Fulham away, Zaha, who's got Forest away, and then Martinelli, who's got Wolves away. So Almiron also came off with a small injury, so hopefully that's not too bad. Like, after this Eddie Howe press conference, I could be without Wilson, Almiron, and Trippier, and I could be in a really, really bad spot. So I really need to hope that all of those players are okay. This is how bad my last game week went. Like, it couldn't have gone worse. Like, I had so many injuries, yellow cards, suspensions. It was horrible. So I really hope Almiron's fine. Rashford away at Fulham. I mean, Man United definitely need to kind of bounce back after that loss to Villa. So hopefully Rashford can bag a couple in that game. I really, really need him to, because he was a really bad transfer from Foden to Rashford. I just know now that Foden's going to start against Brentford and score like a brace. I kept Foden this whole time, and then the 1 week I get rid of him, he's going to start doing well. I know that's going to happen, but it is what it is. But either way, I've got Rashford in there. Zaha at Forest away. To be fair, if it could finish 2-1 to Forest and Zaha score, Guy to save a penalty, that would be absolutely fine. That would be more perfect. But yeah, I've got him against Forest. Then Martinelli away at Wolves. Really nervous not owning a lot of Arsenal players in this fixture, because Wolves just are terrible, and I think Arsenal will run away with this fixture. So I am thinking that my transfer will be to bring in like an Arsenal defender this week, but I'll have to see what happens there. But that's the middle line, the midfield, and then up top we've got Haaland at home to Brentford. You know, he should be fine now, shouldn't have this captaincy headache this week. To be fair, if Haaland was out though, I would just captain Kane, who's got Leeds at home. But yeah, I really like him up front this week, as long as Wilson is fine. He should be fine. Like, it was a bit of illness. He said that it was like getting a bit dizzy and stuff, and it was absolutely chucking it down. So that's why he came off. So hopefully he's fine now. I need this Eddie Howe press conference to go well for me, but that's the upfront as well. So Haaland at home to Brentford, Kane at home to Leeds, and then Wilson at home to Chelsea. All penalty takers. Hopefully can all bag a pen this weekend. And then the bench consists of Kilman at home to Arsenal, Andreas at home to United, and then Dalot, who's suspended. So that's how the team is shaping up for game week 16 at the moment. I do have a lot of money in the bank though. I do have 3.9 mil in the bank with a free transfer. And honestly, this can just be properly just a one game week punt. I was going to bring in Perisic this week for Dalot, because Perisic was playing so far up against Liverpool. But now that like Kulusevski's back and stuff like that, I feel like he will drop back to like a fullback. But yeah, if Perisic played like up front with Kane, like he kind of basically did in the Spurs game against Leeds, I would definitely have brought him in, because I think he definitely has a lot of haul potential there, because would have had the clean sheet potential, and then would have had a good chance of like getting a goal or something. So that was going to be my decision, but now that Kulusevski's back and stuff, I'm probably not going to go that way. So it's honestly a bit of a tough decision. Like originally I was going to bring in Darwin Núñez for Tony. Obviously I had to get rid of Tony earlier because of the simulation, the yellow card thing. So I could do that for Wilson, but I don't think I really need to. I think it would probably be smarter to bring in like an Arsenal defender or something like that. But at the same time, I don't really know who I would like play instead. Like on paper, my team's all right. Like, I know I've got 3 players playing Chelsea, but, you know, Almiron's in the form of his life. Wilson can bag a pen or score. And then Trippier, I'm just not going to bench. And then out of that team, like, who else do I bench? They've all got really nice fixtures. So if I did bring in, like, a Gabriel or a Saliba, who's got Wolves, like, I take out Kilman or something for him. Who do I bench instead? Like, potentially Almiron, but, like, he's literally in such good form. I can't do that. So I honestly don't know. And I don't really want to roll the transfer, because like we get free transfers in game week 60 after game week 16 anyway. So it'll be nice if there is like an injury. Well, not nice, but you know what I mean. Like if there is an injury, I'll easily be able to adapt to it because the rest of my team is fine. But any more than like one injury, and then I'm in a bad situation. So like say Wilson's out, then I will just go like Núñez. If Almiron's out, then I'll probably just upgrade to like Saka or something, because I've got the money for it. I've got 3.9 mil in the bank. And then if Trippier's out, I don't know if I'd get rid of Trippier because there's a lot of money tied up in Trippier. I brought him in on like 5.1, so I probably wouldn't get rid of him, but I would probably get rid of Kilman and then just play him instead of Trippier. So that's probably the situation that I'm in, because I've got a little bit of money tied up in Almiron as well, like an extra 0.2, 0.3 or something like that. But at the same time, I don't know, like I could just get rid of Andreas if I wanted to this week and then play like Saka or something instead. But I don't know, I think that's the situation. I've definitely got to wait for the press conference. Like I say, we've got Carabao Cup this week, but there's going to be very weakened sides being played, so I wouldn't really worry about any injuries or anything there, because all your main players are probably not going to play in those games. But at the same time, I do need to hear these press conferences and stuff. I've got a potential few players that are out injured, and so we do need to kind of wait for that, and then that's my decision. But I don't really know who else to bring in. Like I say, if all my players are fine, like if Wilson's fine, Almiron's fine, Trippier's fine, I generally don't know what else to do. Like, I'm fine with playing all of those players, even though they've got Chelsea at home. It might be Wilson I just get rid of. Like, it was a transfer that just didn't go well. Like, I brought him in, I captained him, came off at half-time. Really, really annoying. It's just one of those situations. But I would like Callum Wilson for like Leicester and then Leeds. But again, I can just bring him in back on the World Cup transfers. So it might be Wilson that I get rid of, and then I bring in. To be fair, I have like a spare City slot. So even if like Alvarez starts, I could even bring Alvarez in and then have him in Haaland. But again, he might come off early. I might just have to like bite the bullet and bring like Foden back in or something like that. I'd love to bring in De Bruyne, but I don't have enough to upgrade to him from like Zaha or something. I don't think it's really smart getting rid of Zaha before Forest away either. So yeah, I mean, I could bring in a City defender if I really wanted to. But yeah, having only 2 City options and only 1 Arsenal option is not great. Like, I think it'll probably be an Arsenal or a City player. Although Southampton at home is a really nice fixture for Liverpool. So again, it could be Núñez, could be Firmino. I'm not sure, but that's the situation I'm at. You guys will have to let me know what you think the best transfer is to make for this team, because I generally don't know. Like, if all the injuries are all right, they're fine. I have no idea what to do, but I do need a really big green arrow because, you know, FPL has just not been fun at the moment, like red arrow after red arrow after red arrow. Anyway, though, that's my team selection for game week 16. I'll do a final team selection on Friday after the Carabao Cups and everything like that. But let me know what your thoughts are on this team. Let me know what your team's looking like for game week 16. Make sure to drop a like if you did enjoy it. Let's try and hit 50. Subscribe if you're brand new. It's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.